Hello, hello. Gumi is underslept and did not give herself enough time to actually prepare the stream properly before starting. But y'all are used to the scuff. This is nothing new. There's a couple other links I need to add to the description, I think, and I just want to do that before I forget. I have a bit to go over, but this should be a pretty chill stream overall. Okay, so if you want to follow along, I've put all relevant links in the description. And hello, Sheik. How are you? Thank you for joining. And I'm gonna start off by just demonstrating how fucking lazy Gumi is when it comes to actually getting down to vibe coding. First, let's decide what we actually want to do today. What do we want to build? I guess it should be something Mabera related, obviously. New repo locally titled Vera project, and then mount Loa to this repo. Use the script as described. And I just link Loa. All of this I could easily just do on my own. And it's actually low-key kind of embarrassing that I'm showing my process here, but I'm a lazy motherfucker. And, you know, with how underslept I am lately, I would much rather trust the machines to do the shit that's like this. But yeah, I'm good. As I've mentioned like a billion times already, I feel so underslept. I got about 3 hours of sleep last night, and yeah, it's been really difficult lately getting the right amount of sleep. At the very least, I am succeeding in drinking hella water, so I am actually properly hydrated for once, so that's good. But yeah, I just feel very underslept. Excuse me. So anyways, today is about constructs. Do we know what constructs are? I'm gonna assume that we don't, because that is probably why you are here. If you go to I think the first link in the description, it'll take you to a site that's just all about the currently established ones. These are, how do I describe them? They're building blocks, essentially, that agents and yourself can use to put things together. The Mabera Codex is an existing construct, and I'll use that in the description today. Or not in the description, in our project today. Let me go ahead and copy that link while I am here. Okay, so Loa was all installed. Make sure this, or actually, now let me just go ahead and open that repo in a new window. You know, I always think that I'm gonna come to these streams organized with a plan. I did kind of have a plan for this one too, and then of course once I get right to it, I just kind of fuck around. Okay, new terminal. Let me feed that into OBS now. Here we go. Then if you go to the construct site, can I actually show this on screen too? Forgive me if you're about to see anything that you do not want to see. I'm going to try this out. Okay. So this is the site. Looks really fucking cool. Soju did an incredible job with it. I'm gonna scroll down to Magbarat Codex. And this is all you have to do to install it in your project. If you want to build anything Libera related and have fucking all of it set up properly to consult the codex, just do that. So we are going to wait for it to sort itself. Okay, I don't know what this is. That is not, I do not think that is working as intended. So do please forgive me if I am overlooking anything. Because I do not have an API key handy. This may be Gumi just being a total fucking idiot about the process, but I don't think this is something I need to do. So what we're gonna do is just give it the GitHub repo link. It should just have the script in there. I always forget with these vibe coding streams. We're doing a lot of waiting for Claude to do its combobulating and affecting and all that shit. So yeah, how it should work is that you should be able to just put in that one line and it installs the construct pretty cleanly, so I will see what is up with that soon, and sorry if that was Gumi purely just fucking up. Still not sure what we should build. You know, I might actually use this chance to show one of the constructs I've been working on the side. I've been putting a lot of time lately into, how do I say this? Exploring game design headspaces more. I've always been into game design. I've always, you know, been deeply interested in stuff like TTRPGs and writing and wiring all sorts of systems together in a way that feels fun. And I've been working on a pair of constructs that help to facilitate this. I have one that's mostly done called Gygax, and after this one's done installing, I think I'll probably install that one. But the end goal is to have Gygax and Artisan, and for those of you in the know, you'll recognize those names, but if you don't know who they are, I would suggest looking into the history of Dungeons and Dragons. They were the originators. Gygax is a bit of a controversial name at this point because the man was not great. But the name is just very iconic and felt fitting for this sort of project. You thought about my question, Sheik. Can you remind me what that is? Was it about the 1-1? I completely forget. We are waiting. I feel like I need to start carving out more than 1 hour for vibe coding streams. Oh, right. Yeah, well, what are your thoughts there regarding good games, Jake? Very curious. Very much love learning about people's opinions on games. Doing a lot of waiting here. I feel like I should get another terminal up. What for, though? What do we want to do? I'm gonna experiment with... Will that make the window smaller? Oh, that's way too small. Fuck. I'm just gonna take some time to fuck around and experiment here. This fucking background is not very conducive to the stream layout I'm trying to do right now, so let's see if I can optimize this a bit. Oh, Portal is a fucking wonderful game, Sheik. I love Portal. So often I find myself, whenever Claude tries an attempt at humor, I read it in GLaDOS's voice. Because I feel like, I don't know. Her voice is very fitting for a lot of AI language. Where is that layer? Oh, I disappeared. Okay. Okay, now we have another window to do shit in. Sizing isn't just perfect. There we go. Assassin's Creed was good. I felt like the gameplay loop for a lot of the later games got a bit tiring. I don't know. The one where you play as Cassandra, or have the option to play as Cassandra, I think. I got so bored with that, which made me so sad because it was a really beautiful game. Assassin's Creed 2 will always be my favorite in that series, I think. I really enjoyed a lot of the stuff with the ending. But anyways, we're here to vibe code. Let's go to that. Oh. Let me... Here, why don't I... Actually, no. Sorry, okay, I think I just decided what we're gonna do. We are going to make a game. It will be a Mabera game. Let's make it... I don't know, I don't actually have any specific ideas for Mabera games, so we're just gonna ask Claude to come up with one. Ideate a brief one-pager TTRPG. I'm being a pleb, not spinning this up with Loa's process specifically, but we'll see where it goes. I'm not even gonna read what is here. We are just gonna assume that this is a coherent game. Whenever you want to start a new Lua cycle, I think it's really good to make sure that you have your context grimoire and your specific repo that you're working in just filled with whatever prompts or documentation that you want Loa to be able to reference. This is taking a lot longer than it needs to. Let's just get it to install my other construct. This is an incredibly messy stream. I fucking love it though. Okay, there we go. Installed all the different things. ourselves. I'm curious if plan and analyze would be able to beef out what we have so far. Or perhaps make a site where we can just play it with a pretty UI. I feel like one thing about TTRPGs is that most people kind of assume like, oh, it can only be played around a table with pen and paper, but I feel like TTRPGs provide the building blocks for most any sort of game that can be played, that can be translated to a digital format. And so that's why I've built these constructs, Gygax and Arneson, the way I have, because eventually the goal is for them to be able to work well for any sort of game. But setting them up as they are now, I think they could at least work for any sort of game on a sort of like basic foundational level, just not at the depth that would be ideal. I'm just gonna be like, oh, it's what you think is best. You are very talented. You gotta glaze, Claude. You got this. I think it would be cool if this game could be some sort of playable web app. It's been so many years since I've opened Tabletop Simulator Chic. It's a fun time though. Endless possibilities there. I wonder if Tune can just grab from the context firmware, surely. So what we've done so far is take two constructs, put them together with a little bit of duct tape, threw a non-idea into the ether for Claude to piece together, and we are actively synthesizing and analyzing a new game. Will it be any good? Who knows? Like with any vibe coding project, I don't think that there's anything that can be truly completed in one shot. I think we need to be good about iterating and testing and making sure that what is put out isn't a piece of shit. As you will likely read a lot about online, taste is the thing that matters now. But if you're here, you're guaranteed to have good taste. Guess it's time to make the SDD, so we will run Architect. I think we are following one path. Actually, no, I don't think. Is Plan and Analyze Golden Path? I forgot. Okay, the Golden Path is Loa, Plan, Build, Review, Ship. We are not on the Golden Path. We are on Gumi's rugged trail that is a path of gravel. The annoying type that just gets into your shoes. Okay, I think we're actually going to be waiting here a decent bit because Gygax has a lot to work through, but you can kind of see how it's thinking right now, and it seems to be doing its job as intended. You know, this thing is so recently made that I have not actually done a proper test of every single command in Gygax, so hopefully I don't end up embarrassing myself too much more on stream than I already have. Is there enough room for me to fit a third terminal here before it gets too unreadable? Can we fit in a third? Let's see here, because I feel like we could probably do something here. Excuse me while I fuck around. Hello, I believe it's John D. How are you? Welcome to Gumi's strange chaos vibe coding stream, where we are making a Mabera game? Question mark? Yeah, I think there's room for another window. The problem with this is that now they're too small for me to actually read everything I need to read, but you know what? That's okay. Let's get a new window up. I'm doing pretty well, John. I'm underslept as shit. I'm running off of like 8 hours of sleep over the past few days. It's been full, but I'm getting a lot done somehow. So I'm grateful for that. Being some sort of web app game that the Mabera Codex ideated. Okay. I don't even know what we should use this fucking third window for. I just want something while we wait on this one. Actually... that was embarrassing. Is it Mabera Codex? Yeah, it's certainly taken a minute, John. I fucking love it. Do y'all have any questions about the Mabera Codex or anything you feel like the Codex is missing? I want to take a chance to just fucking work on that on stream, because that's always useful. And I feel like this is what I spent a good amount of time doing every day anyways. Just digging into the Codex and finding gaps. Excuse me while I resize this so I can actually read it. Let's just skip to Cabal, which will essentially do a bit of playtime based on a bunch of different personas are outlined. And then we can feedback for we can get our other Loa to check it out and iterate on the line based on that. And I guess that's the strength with these sorts of things. You use one system to create feedback for another. They feed off of each other and help each other out. Any chance you have to feed in other models. You work with Codex, work with Kimmy, Dealer's Choice. Get everyone's perspective, opinions, and let Loa work it all out into something that really fits your vision. Obviously, there's no such thing as at least in my opinion, such thing as a perfect process for this sort of thing. Building with AI is all about experimentation and just going until you're happy. I'm giving very bad advice here, by the way. Don't actually listen to me. Oh, it doesn't have a page. Okay. Okay. That Honey Road is still down. I miss it. There's a lot of work being done on the back end, though. A lot of going on. I don't know where it's going to take. When it's back, I think back for quite a while. Excuse me. I feel like I'm coughing a lot this stream. If we got really good and put in a 4, be too much. Because I feel like there's that room. I can scoot over a little because I can get there. Maybe I can be down and out from the top here. Yeah, do. So there's nothing really being blocked, and I can make the windows down here larger. Excuse me. Very serious stream. Or do work. I am a professional. Look at BS instead of scripture. Yeah, I can. Okay. So, are we still going? Yes. I think at this point I feel like I'm upside down, but you know what? It's fun this way. I'm gonna do every stream on. Excuse me. God. Remainder of this call. Hi Eileen, you at a long time. How are you? Okay, let me check music or just know why. Nice. This gets cut off. So thing plug, no batteries. Okay. Test, 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 test. Is this working? I'm wondering if it may actually be some noise gating that I have on too. Let me check my filters. Okay, I'm turning off noise gating for good measure. Because I was keeping an eye on it during stream, and I didn't see any of the usual tells that indicated it was my mic. being a piece of shit. So it may be OBS's noise gating, which, yeah, that would actually make sense because I did not test it prior to stream, and it is the only new thing. Okay, so if the voice problem starts again, please, yeah, I don't know, yell at me. I'm very glad it works now. Let's fucking go. Okay, what were we doing even? We're gonna table the Mabira work for a moment. Okay. I'm upside down because I want to be Eileen. It's more fun that way. I can go like right side up or like from the left if you prefer, but today's an upside down day. Damn it. Did it really fucking start doing it again? Because on my end it looks like it's fucking going fine. I don't know what to do about it. Fuck. I think what this comes down to is me needing a new USB-C adapter. Yeah, no, Gumi's just getting silly with it. Oh, I can be behind one of these terminals. That's cute. Yeah, let's go right here. This is kind of adorable. Yeah, shout out Glitch. Glitch is very prolific here. Yeah, I need to figure out how to rig it up to where I can just be spinning the whole stream. It would be a more accurate reflection of how I am IRL. I'm sitting in a stool that is made for painters, basically, and it's very spinny. There's no back on it, it's just a short stool that spins. And so often when I stream, I'm just kind of sitting here halfway spinning. So now I'm having Loa, well, not Loa really, I'm having Claude take a look at all of the feedback Gygax gave, and then we will incorporate that feedback into the next step of the Loa process. It's fun figuring out all the different ways to make these, how do I say it? All these systems connect. Okay, what did we want to do with that fourth terminal that I spun up? When it comes to maintaining the Mabera codex, anytime I fucking touch it at all, I will always run the auditing scripts that we have in there, because there's like a retarded amount of links in the codex. I mean, obviously it's not retarded, it serves a function, just God, I do not want to break any of that. I was using a WesTerm setup for a bit. It's basically like a terminal wrapper. You could have 4 or 5 windows on one window and it'll work perfectly. And something like that would probably be more well suited for stream, but I think I've just gotten kind of addicted to having window chaos all over my desktop. It's very fun. How do y'all work when you vibe code? Do you have a nice little setup, or do you embrace just having a fuckload of chaotic windows? Okay, honestly, I think the fourth window is actually just noise right now. We are going to focus on the main one, because now we're actually getting on with the Loa process here after it incorporates all the feedback, I think. And keep in mind, I'm just gonna let this thing build what it wants, see its idea through, and then we'll give feedback and iterate. It's nice working in this way sometimes, because it's a little surprise to uncover at the end of the cycle. Wait, where's my usage at? Oh shit, okay. So we're at 88% for this session, so I'm hoping I don't run out before stream ends. Yep, 200 tabs open is the way, Eileen. Especially on my phone, holy fuck. Never close any tabs on my phone. Maybe we should just go ahead and run the balance, analyzing, and incorporate that next cycle. I swear next time I do a vibe coding stream, I'm gonna allocate like 2 hours for it, because I know damn well most of this time has just been spent fucking waiting. Let me make this window a little larger. I'm gonna take a screenshot. I just love this. I know we need to actually get back on that Libera Sinistry project we started on the last Loa stream. Good question, Sheik. I have a side project to work on after stream, and then I'm gonna go to the movies later. I'm gonna go to I don't actually know what movie we're gonna see. It was one of those surprise screenings. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be that new Bob Odenkirk movie. I think it's called Normal, but not sure. We'll see. Haven't eaten anything yet today. I should probably figure out food after stream too. I just have no appetite because, you know, peptides. So yeah, it should be a pretty chill day. Do y'all have any plans for the rest of your Monday? I'm looking it up now, Eileen, and that seems like a wonderful fucking movie. Westerns is a general vibe. It's definitely one of my favorites. So I'll absolutely check it out. Let me see if I can put it on my media server right now. Thank you for the recommendation. A lot of the movie posters for that movie are quite nice. Let's just go ahead and sprint plan. There are some things I should probably do if I'm actually trying to make this, you know, a very strong first Loa pass, but I want to try to get through as much of the process as possible in the next 10 minutes. So we're just gonna go ahead and plan this shit out. You are always working, Sheik, but I am sure you are doing some good stuff. And that sort of work is incredibly fucking important. Eileen, do you think you'll want to come on stream on Wednesday? I'll be starting at 2 on Wednesday, but if it's like too early of a time, I always forget what time zone you're working with. But I can definitely reschedule like the usual time if there's a time that's best for you. Stream on Wednesday, and then I'll stream on Friday. I will be sure to remind you for sure. Claude is still photosynthesizing. Claude is a very good plant. I think we can table Gygax for the rest of this stream. Gonna move Gumi around again a little. There we go. Okay. Can we just run sprint plan now? I feel like I need to update my little Mabera model at some point. Put a different shirt on. Maybe hold an item. We really don't have enough about liquid backing in the codex. Should have a think about everything we want to put in there. Oops, I skipped some steps because I am not on my game. I love when COD kind of gets an attitude with you. That's your job in italics. I can tell that I'm very much backseating today. Has the audio been okay still, by the way? Any issues since the fix from earlier? Imagine there's a question mark next to the word fix. Alright, let's fucking go. Yay for something working. Okay, so with this feedback, it's the sort of thing where I need to actually write some shit. So what I'll do is come up with a plan and actually digest what we've vibe coded so far, and next stream I will be more prepared when actually seeing through this implementation. But hopefully this stream shows you, or at least has introduced you to the construct networks, how it's supposed to work, and the quite literal endless amount of possibilities there are when it comes with actually stringing these building blocks together. And the best part is that you don't even need Loa really to actually use any of these constructs. You can just point your agent at it and let it go fucking wild. And I hope you're watching something good, John D. Or making something good. Damn, maybe I am getting hungry. It's such a hard time gauging my appetite lately. Anyways, I'm going to end it shortly. The stream, that is. I hope you all are well. Thank you for popping in. Eileen, Sheik, John D, any other lurkers who don't say anything in chat, but I know you're there. Appreciate the company. You always make Gumi's days a bit more interesting. Yeah, have a good one. I love you all.